Say this whole podcast could be just about that.
Yeah, sure.
We're already 16 minutes in. We haven't even gotten to our thing.
our main topic, hey, it just only gets better from here. Our main topic today, breaking bad habit loops. And you're rooting for LSU in the College World Series.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
All right. Go Tigers.
There you go.
In the Ed Orgeron voice. I can't do his voice. I'm not going to pretend to.
I was going to say, not many people can.
I'm not going to want to sound like an idiot. All right. Today's episode, Breaking Bad Habit Loops, episode 44. We talked today about players breaking those bad habit loops. The last couple of weeks, we've discussed hitting. Last week, talking about hitting misconceptions, which, by the way, those myths we discussed in episode 43 about hitting oftentimes could disguise themselves as eventual bad habits that a player might gain. But pertaining to the subject of today's episode, bad habits form in many different areas of life, athletics, no different. So we need to identify as athletes our bad habits. There are a variety of ways to do it and move forward in trying to break those habits before they actually compound to become even worse habits that then become harder to break.
Yeah, I think the whole thing about a habit is it becomes so difficult to identify within ourselves because it's very automated. And I think that's, I think when we really think about it, we're like, oh yeah, like, I don't always think I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and it kind of just happens. So much of our day is dictated by the habits that we've already set up and by our structure. And whether you want to define something as good or bad, sometimes it just is what it is. But in thinking of this podcast, I was trying to think of typical habits, I guess, or bad habits, if you will.
Yeah.
Less habits that would not lead you to future success, let's say. That I see that most of my athletes have admitted to struggling with. And, so many times they almost come with like, it's my fault type thing. I can't believe I'm doing this. And they're not realizing, well, listen, this is something that we've set up that we didn't even realize turned into an automation, a cruise control that our brain goes into.